Where are my sweet doggies? Oh, I knew y'all were under there. Guys, I don't know whether that's supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing. Come here, buddy. Oh, were you sleepy? Somebody looks so sleepy. He'd be jumping up into my arms like a madman if he wasn't so sleepy. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, let me show you right quick. There's a little hole that they've been going under the house through right there. Ritzy does it all the time, and I think that she's instilled that bad habit in them. I don't know if it really is that bad of a habit, though. I'm not sure there's any serious consequences or serious things that could go wrong with them being under there. I think they just want to cool off, to be honest with you. So they're just cooling off under there. That's why I haven't tried to discipline them too harshly about not doing it. I think I've already disciplined them enough since we got them. Like, I've been really stern with obviously not chasing chickens and not chasing cats, because those are the two things that I could not tolerate them doing. Because first of all, I love those animals, and second of all, it's our job to keep them safe. But they've been doing really good about that. So because I'm so proud of them, and because they've been doing so good about not chasing chickens and cats, then I kind of am not gonna, it's really not that big of a deal to me when they steal my shoes or when they go into the house. It's not my favorite per se, but there's more important things at hand right now. And so they just need to know that I'm proud of them for what's really more important. Think about if it was the other way around. Think about if they didn't steal my shoes and if they didn't go into the house. Like, that's all fine and dandy, but what if they had a chicken or a cat chasing problem? That wouldn't be worth it at all. So I'm definitely blessed, and I'm grateful the way it is now. Anyways, that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about the garden, and in particular the yard. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a second layer of fencing that me, Megan, and Bennett added the other day. And the reason why, let me explain. So, do y'all remember when we first got Charlie and Echo, where they were sleeping at? The last time, actually, I haven't made a video about them in several days. So the last you've seen, they were spending their nights in that stall right there. They would go be free during the day, but then at night they would be asleep in the stall. And it wasn't the end of the world. I knew that was only temporary, but we still didn't like it because, as I'm about to show you, and as I'm sure most of you already know, that stall is so itty bitty. It's so tiny. And even for only 8 hours or however long we sleep, this is just such a small space for them to be cooped up in. Now, like I said, that's not the end of the world because it was only temporary, but we still wanted them to get a bigger resting quarters, let's call it sleeping quarters, a bigger resting place that they like a refuge almost, you know what I mean? And so that's how we decided that we wanted to move them to the yard. The first thing I was worried about is whether they would tear up all of Jamie's stuff. I asked my dad and Jamie about it, and they said we had permission to give it a shot, and they've been in here several nights now, so I think that they're pretty good about not getting into her plants and everything, which is awesome. But the first day we had them in here, let me show you what happened. Is recording?
Yeah.
He's trying to look at him. Aw.
This might be a problem.
Poor baby.
I think he's upset because Echo's not here.
Here, you stay with him and spend time. I'll get Echo.
You gonna record yourself?
No, you got it. You can spend time with him.
Okay, I'm gonna sit over here to see.
Oh my goodness. Hey, little dog.
Okay, so we're going back to the stall for tonight.
Did you get that on camera?
I did.
Can y'all believe that? Oh my goodness. I was so excited about the yard, but now.
So how do we fix this problem?
What do we do?
Chicken wire?
I don't know what. Can y'all believe that, guys? That is just the darndest thing. But you know what, though? I'm grateful. I'm glad that they showed their cards in about 5 seconds. That's so much better than if they waited like an hour or two after we went inside and then it broke out. They wouldn't leave anyways because like this is where they have loving owners who feed them, so they're not going anywhere. They have 15 hours in the day to escape if they wanted to, but they love us and we love them so much. So it's heartwarming for me and Megan that they're very content and happy here as their forever home. But This was on Friday, granted, so I'm a little bit late with this video coming to you. Sorry about that, but I guess I've just had more urgent matters to attend to in the meantime. But that's all besides the point. The point is, because they were breaking out, the yard as it was wouldn't suffice. So let me show you the solution that me, Megan, Bennett, and my dad put together a few days ago. All right, guys, so here we are. I got Bennett to help me out with this. It's gonna be a big two-man job. And my dad actually called me and had a really brilliant idea for how to do this. I probably would have done it the hard way because I didn't know any better until my dad suggested it. But check this out. If it had just been me, I would have got this rolled fencing and I would have extended it all along here, and I would have got, you know, a hammer and some staples and hammered it in to make it stay all sturdy and whatnot.
You're gonna hammer staples in?
Hammer, yeah, the U-nails, the staples. People
Oh, no, those are different. But sorry.
People call U-nail staples. Or
Okay,
whatever.
I was thinking like a true staple gun.
No.
With little staples.
No, but we would have hammered it all in and around, and it would have taken forever, been a really big deal. And that's fine if you're going for a permanent solution, but the reality of the matter is we don't know whether this will 100% work perfectly or not, because it's possible. I don't think they can fit through. This is like way too tiny of a square, even for our dogs. They may not be able to fit through.
They might be able to fit a snout through.
But if they find a way to start climbing over the fence, if there's a part that we don't like do right or whatever, then all that work will practically have been done in vain. And so to prevent that from happening, we're gonna do it a lot simpler. We roll the fencing out the same way we normally would, but instead of going through the tedious effort of hammering it in, we use zip ties. Because that way, just in case we mess up, it's a lot easier to cut zip ties to bring it down than it would be to pull a bunch of staples out. And if we do it right with the zip ties, then we can just finalize it by hammering it in. So we're doing it on more of an experimental basis right now to sum it all up. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh yeah, guys, one thing I want to clarify while you watch me, Megan, and Bennett put this fence together is that this will only be temporary, even if it works successfully at keeping the dogs in. Because the odds are, to be honest with you, the yard probably won't look as beautiful as it does before with the second layer of fencing over the top. So we're just going to wait until the dogs aren't able to fit through anymore. Once they grow too big, then we'll take that second layer down and it'll be back to big old beautiful garden again with only one layer of fencing. And that right there would be how Charlie and Echo's forever home was born. Well, their forever home within their forever home, if that makes sense. Their forever home being the yard within the forever home that is I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. Yeah, this right here is all put together good. A little weak at the top, I suppose, but they ain't gonna be jumping through the top like bunny rabbits or anything. So, and like I said, I think I explained it well in the video how it's only temporary. We're just looking to get them big enough to not fit through the original fencing, and then we'll revert it back to its original form. But it still looks pretty good in the meantime. And you know, Charlie and Echo are spending their nights in here, and then throughout the day just going out and roaming, being good boys. Probably under the house right now, but I'm just very blessed and very thankful. Things are going well. We're doing good. And we appreciate y'all's prayers that y'all have given us, and y'all's guidance, y'all's advice, and just your general care for me and Megan running the farm and just being behind us, supporting us, wanting us to do the best job we can. You know what I mean? And so, oh, look who showed up. Hey, buddy. Hey, Charlie, you heard me talking about you? I was talking about you and your brother. There's brother. Hey guys, I was talking about y'all. Such good boys, such good boys. All right, guys. Well, with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you guys want to see. I hope you all have an incredibly blessed day. And as I always say, your boy Ellie out.